Today will be a short training, 2.5 miles. What I wanted to do today is just try out several things, trying out my ND filter, practice several things. Since the kids are not here with me today, I want to try out the GoPro time-lapse video, which I wasn't able to do last time. Today the sun is already up, and it's not a perfect light for shooting photos, but what I wanted to do is simulate what we're gonna encounter out there in Yosemite by June, and try to figure out how to still get good photos during the day. So ND filter should help that out. Now, I looked around for graduated ND filter so that I could control high contrast scenes in landscape, but they're really expensive. Lee and Kanken brands, they're really expensive. So I went and searched on the internet, and I have done some bracketing. The idea of bracketing. If you guys are not aware or not familiar with bracketing in photography, bracketing is basically you're taking multiple shots of the same scene with different exposures. So you take a properly exposed shot of the scene, and then you either go overexposed or underexposed depending on what the scene calls for. Most of the time you probably encountered a scene that, have a blown up sky with good clouds in them, and then you've got a shadowy landscape, and you don't want to lose detail. So what you want to do is take a underexposed photo of the scene so that you can get some detail of the sky, and then overexposed shot, and another shot that's overexposed to get more lighting on the darker part of the scene. And then what you do is you go back to either to your whatever your post-processing software is. I use Photoshop, and blend them. Now, I haven't done it yet, but I heard that Lightroom CC has an HDR feature, so that's another way that you could blend your photos. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to do some bracketing today and practice using my gears on the field and see how much it will slow me down. I need to figure out a system so that I don't slow down the whole group. Getting the gears in and out of the backpacks is gonna be a pain in the butt because these backpacks are heavy. Tripod will only come out when maybe I'm trying to do a long exposure shots of a waterfall or stream, or do some bracketing, because those things require a steady camera. But other than that, today I'm hoping that I could find a good formula for a sharp image by combining faster shutter speed and high ISO. Today I'm also carrying 60 pounds. I want to find out what my maximum weight limit that I can carry. So I'm doing that, and also trying out different other stuff like putting the GoPro up on a pole attached to the side of my backpack. We did that last time without the Karma grip, and the videos did not come out good. They're very, very shaky and noisy. Anyway, that's, if you want to see that, you can check out the last training video that we have. Alright, this is my setup today. Trekking pole, Joby Gorilla there. Mounting the GoPro on the side on the pole. I think that's a GoPro Grande stick there. Battery is inside here. Battery pack. It's a small one. That I've been using. I'm also carrying a big RAV power 26800 milliamp. The protection from my backpack. Bringing in my DSLR today. It's a Nikon attached to the Peak Design Capture Pro clip. I am bringing a zoom lens in there. It's an 18 to 200 5.6 lens. It's a Nikon lens, and the GPS. So this is how it looks once it's on backpack. Here's how the DSLR sits on the Peak Capture Pro clip. Since the GoPro is on top of me, to adjust it, since I can see what it's seeing through my GoPro app on my phone, I can just adjust it by reaching over and adjusting the angle of the device. So the GoPro is also unlike when we did the last training, we waited until the GoPro has only 2 bars on it before I attached the battery pack. This time I'm attaching the battery pack, even though small, right away, and at the end I want to see how much battery power it used, and if the charging is able to keep up with the power usage of the Karma gimbal. To give you a good idea of how I'm managing to take the DSLR and take some shots, I've been able to manage to get 3 exposure bracketing shots with between 1 and 2 stops each exposures. So I turned the GoPro to look down so I can show you how that's done. I control the GoPro through my app, phone app. So that's it. It's pretty easy. And then I turn the GoPro by reaching up, pointing up, so I can see what it's looking at. 60 pounds right now is really heavy. I'm hoping that I can get used to the weight. Okay, this is awesome. See how this thing is standing up and protected from scratches and dirt. It's good. It's working well. The whole thing all set up. Works really well. Right now, since I'm able to manage to get my pack standing up, I'm able to get to my main compartment by unstrapping everything and getting to my equipment. So what I'm gonna do, since I'm out resting right now, I'm gonna go grab several equipment here and I'm gonna try out my ND filter, set it up here and see if I could get good shots. Well, today the GoPro app hasn't failed yet. Everything's been really good. I'm just trying out a setup right now to try out the ND filter out here. Looking at testing out the Gorilla Pod as well, which is this one right here. Right now, you know, it's set up. All I gotta do is hit that, and I get my shot. Now, the only worry I have is what if I wanted the camera a little bit higher. Right now I'm gonna try to switch to different camera modes while I'm walking, so that I don't have to take too much time stopping. Alright, just took several photos while walking using the GoPro, and I will process that as I get home. Hopefully it turned out to be good. I set it up at 100 ISO, 1 to 1000 of second shutter speed, and I have it set up to Pro, so I have to manually change settings, but I'm able to do that while I'm walking. So now I'm gonna go change up to time-lapse video again and set it up to 60-second interval. Update on the GoPro attached to small battery pack. Right now, 2 hours, I have 1 bar left. 1 bar left on the gimbal, and my battery pack is drained. So with 2 of these, I should be good for about half a day hike, continuous. So 2 of these, if we do snippets of videos, should be able to last and stretch it out for a full day.